honest, you will never be satisfied. You will never be satisfied.
Never be satisfied. My name is DB.
You know, when I sent you a calendar invite, DB is not even recognized by Google in the search. I had to type in DU for Dustin, but even DB did not go. So even the force of Google does
Google
not
don't know
acknowledge
me.
you as DB.
Google don't know me.
Yeah.
I do not have a personal relationship with Google.
I mean, you kind of do. It is all around you. Google is like the force. It is around you, surrounds you, it binds you.
And I don't believe in it.
Yeah. It's your Google reviews are the metachlorians of you.
Oh, so everyone just like hates them and pretends they don't exist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, Google used to have a clause in their company policies that was like, be nice people. And at one point, they consciously decided to take that out.
Well, I mean, it's like human psychology. Anything nice is boring. That's why
Yes.
the news is always like I was reading a tweet the other day from a newscaster, and it was talking about how wild the range of news has to be, where it's like reporting on tragedies here. And then 2 seconds later, it has to be like, well, in the meantime, you can adopt really cute puppies right down the street. And it's like that emotional range has just got to be like, you have to take some specific CBD or over the prescription stuff just to kind of drown out that like toll it's got to take on you, I'm sure. So,
Or you just got to check out in general and not really give a shit about everyone else, which is probably actually how they're getting by, is they don't actually care.
but you know what we do care about? We care about one-star
Shitting on
reviews.
local businesses.
It's beginning of August. Summer is about to end. The second half of minor league baseball has been going on for about a month. The All-Star game has passed. The stretch in the baseball season in major leagues is on the way. And that's why today we're going to read you reviews of Fluor Field in Greenville, South Carolina. Before we begin, go ahead and please hit that like and subscribe button wherever you listen to our voices on. This is Andrew Van with the one-star reviews with returning co-host Dustin Bays, known as DB, but not to Google, Dustin Bays.
No, don't have a personal relationship with Google. And if I do, I said we because I've been watching lots of The Lord of the Rings, so I've got a lot of Gollum second person narrative. But if we do have a relationship with Google, it's very one-sided. Much like Gollum's relationship with the Master Ring.
You're totally powering up and getting ready for the Amazon Prime show, aren't you?
No, I don't do business with Amazon.
Wow.
Don't like them.
As you said that, I just bought myself something from a microphone. So
you should buy it from B&H Photo Video. They are a small local business operated out of New York City. And they have prices that are just as good as Amazon, and they're a better company.
Speaking of which, that is the point of one-star reviews. If you've not listened to the podcast before, we like to read the one-star review of good places, mainly around Greenville, South Carolina. And occasionally we do dip our toes into random places, like we did a summer-long stretch of places to visit around beaches like South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, stuff like that. And then I think we did Huntington Beach for fun. But now let's get back down to grounding ourselves back to Greenville as we cover Fluor Field. Again, if you, whatever you listen to your voices on, hit that like, subscribe button, leave us a review so we can keep doing more episodes for you. But in the meantime, we have Fluor Field, home of the Greenville Drive. They are in their 16th season.
They are the Boston Red Sox affiliate.
Yes, they are high A. There's single A, high A, double A, triple A, and then the majors. So they are high A affiliation.
Gotcha.
We are after Salem, and then Salem, Greenville, then it's to Portland, Maine, which I believe
the Sea Dogs. Yeah. And I actually went by their stadium, and I was like, that's hilarious that Greenville and Portland are connected in this way that I did not realize until just this summer.
Yep. And then they go to Worcester after that. And then if they are so lucky enough, they make it to the Boston Red Sox.
Boston Red Sox.
Boston Red Sox, which are like 15 games behind the Yankees right now in the AL East. But that's a whole nother podcast there. All that being said, check out Fluor Field as we read some of the reviews here. Let me get some music killed.
You got one? I got one.
Keyed up. I can speak. Here we go. Go. Nope, that's the applause. That's for you. But
Thank you.
I forgot the applause for you. That's
the applause. Gaga would be so proud.
Go.
Horrible experience for my son's first baseball game. Placed an order for food and it never came. Asked folks at the information center about a refund and they couldn't help. We won't be coming back. Just want to start off mild there. That was it. Just very mild 1-star review about a horrible first baseball game.
When was that?
I don't know. I copied and pasted it into my notes, so now I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have. It's like any theater or any production. People go in once people pay money. There's this level of expectations and entitlement that they expect.
Yeah.
And if they don't get it, they're gonna get real mad. Like, let's go with this one here. I got my music queued up. Just a sad replica of Boston Stadium. Food was fried or over-smoked, greasy. Beer was warm for the money. And the speakers are way too loud. The people trying to take orders couldn't hear or get order wrong. All caps, never going back.
Yep. It is a sad replica of Boston. I mean, that's not wrong, right? Because we're not the major leagues, we're the minor leagues of the Boston team.
Right.
So isn't technically everything we're doing down there just a sad replica of Boston?
I mean, it needs to be, doesn't it? I mean, we're a much smaller city than Boston, Massachusetts, just saying. And like, I think the seating capacity at Fluor Field is only like a little over like 4,500. Like, what did you expect for a city that I think the downtown metro area is like only population 67,000?
Yeah. And warm beer, that's a matter of perspective. Because you took that beer and took it to the UK and handed that beer, they'd be like, oh, this beer is cold. It's too cold. We need to warm this thing up.
Well, and on top of that, too, I mean, you got to think, like, isn't the warm beer, like, I don't know if it was served to him warm. Is this beer was warm? Like, is that just on you at that point, not drinking it? I don't know.
For the money. For the money. So at some point, warm, like, oh, if this beer was $1 cheaper, the temperature would be fine. But for the money, this beer was a little warm. That has never been my critique on a price of a beer. Be like, this beer is a little expensive for how warm it is.
And here's the thing: there's a night of the week where it's only like $1. So
they do a lot of promotions.
I think Thursdays is dollar beer night, and it's either Miller Lite or PBR. And I think Wednesdays has been White Claw Wednesdays that I go to with my wife and the family sometimes, and we get like I think $2 White Claws.
That's a really catchy name. I mean, I'm not a fan of White Claws or Wednesdays, but I would indulge in both of those things.
I mean, White Claw Wednesdays gives you a lot of optimism for the hump day that is the middle of Wednesday being the week, and then you wake up with a slight hangover on Thursday, and you're like, it's not that bad. We got 2 more days. So.
Just like the old WCW.
The WCW.
All right, I got one here that seems to be a general, like this person seems to be on the pulse of a lot of other people's issues with you. As a general, all-around good guy, I must say I was very uncomfortable with.
Hang on.
This guy
as
is saying
a
that he is
general overall good guy. That's like emotional abuse language right from the get-go. I'm a good man, but I want to just get this out of the way. You made me do this.
I'm a good guy, and you have pushed my buttons.
This is all your fault that I'm this way. You made me this way, Fluor Field. Sorry, go.
Also, this guy's a general. Just because as a general, all around good guy, so we're dealing with some top brass here. I must say, I was very uncomfortable with the over-the-top safety restrictions imposed on visitors. Giving up one's civil liberties should never be a requirement to enjoy one of America's favorite pastimes. Move over, baseball. You got some friends. I had to walk back. We're going to talk about there's still more, but
what? There's more?
There's a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna keep rolling here. I had to walk back to my vehicle, which was parked some distance away, to return a penknife that I habitually carry in my pocket. This after watching several women being forced to also return to their vehicles because they weren't carrying the proper, clear personal item bag. What woman feels normal without her purse? Oh, that's pretty sexist. So you disarm all the good people of any possible means of self-protection, and that leaves what? Correct. Just the bad people who don't care about silly rules and laws. So yeah, other than this, it was a great facility. Somewhere around like third or fourth sentence, this went from a commentary about Fluor Field to a commentary about Second Amendment rights.
Yeah, there's a few of those. I'm looking at the next one here, but I'll let you finish your thought on that one.
Oh, I think there's a lot of people complaining about the bag policy, and yeah, I had to do the same thing at a different Greenville sporting event team, the Triumph, whereas like parking's forever away, and then I had to walk back to my car there was some small insignificant illegal item or not allowed item. I had to walk back and forth in my car a bunch of times.
You had your pistol on you?
Yeah, it was one of those little pen knives, just like this person's talking about.
Wait, pen knives? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just like a little pocket. It's just like a little pocket knife. And it has like
it's a pocket knife. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like that was the name of like a gun you had. I was like, what?
No, I don't have any firearms that I carry on me.
But you can throw a knife pretty good.
No, not even that. I'm useless. It's just a tool. I don't carry. These are my weapons. I'm flexing my arms for the audio listeners, and it's really impressive. Andrew looks really impressed.
We can hear it. So
yeah, you can hear the shirt ripping because I'm so muscular.
So, like, well, with the Triumph, just before we move on, like, did you not have the option to take the shuttle back to your car and shuttle back? You made the hike.
I think I was parked in the wrong side of the neighborhood there.
I see.
Yeah.
But the wrong side of the neighborhood, which is why you need the knife.
That's more of it. I don't think. Yep. There's someone else that was talking about that. They're like, oh yeah, you take away our protection, and then we have to walk back through really shady areas of Greenville to get to our vehicles. That's awesome.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Speaking of entitlement, this was our first time going. This was 3 months ago, and it was horrible. They oversold the stadium. I called the box office 2 days before the game, and they told us no chairs was allowed, and that had the grass would be stand only. So not to bring a blanket to sit on. We get there, and people had chairs, and they had blankets. We had nowhere to sit in the area we had tickets for. We left after the first inning, and they were still letting more people in the stadium. The most horrible experience I've had at a stadium. That was 3 months ago. It's now late July. This would have been, I guess, around the time of early mid-April. So I guess that was right when the season opened.
I would say, yeah.
I have not heard a policy change where they don't allow I'm in the grass area when you walk in. So I think this is something that is positive about the thing. So normally the grass area you can sit, I think it's like $7. And a lot of kids and families sit out there, they bring blankets. And I have seen it packed before, but it's somewhere where I wouldn't even bring a chair per se. It's also kind of sloped. So you kind of risk it like tumbling down. So I don't know. That's highly unusual. And I've been to plenty of games. I gotta probably at least try to go at least once a month, if not multiple times a month. And I've never seen it where it got so packed elbow to elbow, even during the COVID time that we're in. And I've never seen it where a game is sold out. The last time I even heard of that, a game sold out. Like, it's one thing when a game, if the tickets are sold, not everyone actually shows up for the games, because sometimes those are season ticket holders, they don't show up. Sometimes folks scalp whatever, they don't show up. Some other people just purchase and they don't show up. But the only time I've ever seen a stadium packed brim to brim was about, I want to say 4 years ago on Dustin Pedroia's final season. And he was rehabbing and coming through Greenville before he got back to Portland, Worcester, and then the Red Sox, like we were talking about.
Mhm.
So that was the last time I ever saw capacity. So I'm wondering what in particular was the draw for that night. So
It is pronounced Worcester, just so you know. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't, and I'm not from there, and I don't really care.
It's real dumb how they spell it.
Well, yeah, it's almost like Worcester, right? It's like Worcester.
That's exactly
sauce.
what it looks like. Yeah. There's no O's in there at all.
Well, I mean, the same thing with like there's O's in Boston, but they pronounce it Baston. So,
Baston. Yeah, Baston. Yeah.
and the Baston Red Sox with the packing there. Yeah, the packing lot's pretty.
The packing's real bad.
The packing's really bad, and then you gotta worry about if you get your khakis stained. So
Your
'Cause,
khakis.
yeah, because the chairs are really gross. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking chairs are really gross. You got to make sure your khakis don't get stained.
Fucking khakis.
Hey, where the fuck are my khakis?
They're in the car.
In the fucking car.
At the bar.
At the bar. Well, fuck the khakis at the fucking bar. Fuck this whole place here.
All right, here. Ooh.
Ooh. You got
You got
one?
another one talking bad about security. I like it.
Go.
Is the music playing? Okay. I hate this place, but go back periodically for group events to be a good sport. You can't take your purse in, so I had to hike over 2 miles to my car to lock it up. No lockers, no alternatives. You should have read about it online, lady. Some surly old man working there yelled at me. Every stadium has this rule. They were so nasty. Then when I returned, I could not buy a beer because I had no ID, because I had to get rid of my purse. I am 60, but look like I'm 72 at least. Especially after hiking over 2 miles. So I'm thirsty, sweaty, and I missed half the game. Guess what? 2 weeks later, I'm in Detroit in a huge stadium for a rock concert. They let me take my purse in there, and every other stadium I have ever been in. Grumpy service and just a bad time. The drive lost, too. Should have stayed, gone and done something fun when I was forced to leave. Sadly, I had to go back, but I won't take a purse. Damn.
Did you didn't read the other, you said right before reading that other security thing, but then you didn't read the one that had kerosene in it, did you? Pretty sure you didn't.
No, but I have that one. I remember that one. If you want to
Security
go
will
ahead.
disarm you completely at the gate. Not even a pocket knife gets in. When the game is over, the security is nowhere to be found. They even turn off the lights. You are left in a terrible neighborhood to walk to your car at night in the dark and unarmed. On the night I attended, I had added excitement of running into a homeless guy right outside the main gate. He needed a few bucks for some, quote, kerosene. Attend at your own risk. So, couple of thoughts. That spot where Fluor Field is not, I mean, to me, it is not a dangerous spot. Like we mentioned, the Greenville Triumph Legacy Early College being on this outskirts of West Greenville / Berea, and it's kind of, depending where you park, it is kind of sketchy. But Main Street, Greenville, where the park is not, unless you, I'm trying to think where that guy would even had to park to be considered, quote, sketchy. Because like you go one way, you go down that stretch that goes towards Todoro's Pizzeria, you go up the other way, going at the end of Main, there's like nice apartments and like a brewery, coffee shop. And then you go the other way, there's like a beauty salon. And then he said went out the main gate. So the main gate would have been the side where Main Street / outside of the Embassy Suites or whatever, or the Homewood Suites. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just, okay. Almost any city is going to have a homeless person, unfortunately. I'm sorry that that person bothered you. I don't understand how a homeless person asking for some money should be reflected upon Fluor Field.
Oh, because this person's probably an asshole and they
Well, this person was getting ready to stab a homeless person. Apparently, he's like, I needed my knife just in case.
Just in case this homeless dude asked for some change.
I'll teach him.
You know what? You know what I do when people approach me and I don't want to talk to them, regardless of their housing situation.
Curtsy.
I don't talk to them and I walk away. Or I do one of these ones. Oh yeah, and then you just keep walking. That easy.
Hey man, get some kerosene. Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah. Or you turn it around on them and be like, yeah, you got a toothbrush?
I don't get this one here. Totally not for children. This is a flea market with face painting and flat beer. Don't waste your time. The Greenville Rotary Club should be ashamed for calling this a family fun activity. Oh, I know exactly what this was. This was 7 months ago. This was the end of 2021. Like opening
night or something?
No, this was like a year and a half in the COVID, or maybe a year and three quarters into COVID. At the end of December 2021, there was a 2-day family Christmas holiday, whatever you want to call it, like outdoor market at the stadium. My family and I, we went on the Sunday, and what happened was that Saturday, I remember exactly, we were actually coming back from, what was that thing that you used to do band in that old warehouse out in the middle of Pumpkin Town? We visited you that week.
The Pickens flea market, indoor flea market.
So we visited you that Saturday. That's when that first day of that event started, and it had like stormed that day. Because I remember, because we witnessed a car accident that afternoon after we had left visiting you. We witnessed an accident near our house, and as my wife and I were outside kind of talking to the people, like they literally just like the sky fell on us. Like we were like, my pants that I was wearing were soaked for 2 days. That's how like
your khakis?
Yeah, my khakis, yeah. And they like just were drenched. And so the next day we went on Sunday on that event, and it was fine. It was like 30, I think, just vendors, random gifts, art, knickknacks, whatever you want to call it. There was like what was it? The trap door had like a little place they sold like, alcohol and some food, and I think some of the vendors were open too to sell food. And then in the middle of the baseball field was like there was like a little train ride. There was like bounce houses for the kids. So yeah, that person's got a problem. That person just has issues, because that was a great time, and the Rotary Club should not have been ashamed of themselves. They should have been really proud of what they put on during a time that was much needed fun during the holidays. So
good job, Rotary Club. Pat yourself on the back for us.
Yeah, and they raised, I think, over thousands of dollars for local charities. So
yeah,
just saying, that person's got a problem.
Anyways. Yeah, and people just love being upset about things. There's a whole business that is related to making sure people stay upset about pretty much everything at all times.
There's also a podcast.
Oh, really?
You got one there?
Yeah, I do.
Go.
For the love of Christ, please update your ticket portal. Absolutely horrible interface and confusing. It should not take 20 minutes to buy 2 tickets. It's 2021. Update your technology. That's the whole thing. So, yeah, I guess they got some bad tech.
Speaking of tech, this one I'm gonna follow with real quick, because this kind of goes hand in hand.
Do it.
Love drive games, but I keep Greenville Drive schedule on my calendar. But now you are advertising on calendar events. I do not want advertising on my calendar. Please take your advertising off of the calendar events. It is intrusive for you to be putting advertising on my calendar. Sorry, I will remove the drive from my calendar and will probably not come back to as many games. You have gone a bit too far. Back off. I want to know date, time, location of game. That's all. Thanks.
And that's the bottom line.
My man hates cookies, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Advertising gets a little crazy, and like sometimes the smaller businesses are worse about it than the bigger businesses at times. Sometimes.
I mean, it,
Sometimes.
it is crazy that how fast technology has changed everything between marketing and technology that, I think as little as less than 5 years ago, if you had a little small business, I think primarily you would try to drain some of your marketing and advertising onto like Facebook ads because everyone's got a Facebook, everyone
Mhm.
has social media, everyone will
Mhm.
see this.
Mhm.
But then more people are following on Facebook. I've taken off my profile like a year and a half ago. I think you took
Yeah,
yours off.
same. Yeah.
I mean, it's just conflicting. I mean, like that
Yeah,
whistleblower
it's
person came out and
horrible
was
for
talking
your
about
health.
how the interface, yeah, literally just makes people fight. Like they literally just
Mhm.
show you the top 5 people that piss you off, whether you
Yeah.
realize it or not. That's just the truth, and that's just
Yep.
my suspicion before the whistleblower came out, all that kind of stuff. So now, because you can't rely on Facebook and Instagram advertising or Snapchat, whatever, it's like they have to basically hack into whatever app that you have on your phone to get some kind of direct advertising to you. And it's like geocaching, like basically, oh, since you're nearby, you might as well check this out. It's kind of like if you ever use
Yeah.
Waze, you go wherever you want to go. But oh, it's like, hey, do you want to check out this Wendy's? It's like 5 miles off your course. And it's like,
Yeah.
yes, but no, I don't. So
We heard you thinking about Wendy's. Do you want to go to Wendy's?
we hear you breathing because you're already really fat. Do you want some more strawberry
But
frosty?
also, you should probably sign up for the gym. So we're going to advertise that to you too. Oh yeah, I mean, I could go on a lengthy rant about how just the advertisement and everyone's willingness to give up their personal privacy so they could buy more shit is the most American thing, and simultaneously the destruction of America. In as far as like a global economic
You sound
superpower.
like this guy next. Worst music, hip hop with young kids. I'll never go back. We wanted to introduce our grandchild to baseball and had to leave before the fourth because the music was as so bad. Just plain nasty, regardless of the generation. My guess is he's referring to like walk up music and like celebration music when players hit home runs or walk to the
Probably.
stadium.
It sounds like this person is not very low key racist. Probably.
A little bit, a little bit.
That's just my guess.
All hip hop is bad.
All hip hop bad. That's okay. I think all country bad. And I don't actually think that. I just wanted to offer that up as an alternative.
I worry about this quick short one here. The view of the fireworks sucked. You couldn't hardly. Oh, let me just say he misspelled viewed, and then he didn't spell hardly right. I'm gonna read this best I can without blowing up my brain. The viewing of the fireworks sucked. You couldn't hardly see anything from the field. Poor planning, folks. Right, I've been to fireworks night for 4th of July and for like Friday night games.
How do you have a bad view of fireworks?
I think that's when you blame nature and
You
it's
just
the clouds maybe in your way.
you just look up. They're in the sky.
Yeah, I mean they're fired right behind the stadium which you are in. Again, I don't know who else you would blame except for nature.
Yeah. And even that, like, I don't, fireworks don't go that high, right? They're only going like maybe 100 feet up off the ground.
I don't understand this one. This is just 2 words. Played Ingress. Played Ingress. Ingress. Played
Ingress.
Ingress.
Yeah. I don't know. I know ingress versus outgress is something, but
Well, we'll wrap up some things here. I mean, I didn't know if you have any positive views or positive experience yourself. I have a lot of great memories, fond memories of Fluor Field, not only for the baseball games, but just outdoor events that I've been to. Like I mentioned, the holiday event last year with the Greenville Rotary Club. I've had events there where my previous employer, the Greenville Chamber, and
you
they've
sang
been.
the national anthem there
I did sing the national because you
very
coached
well.
me.
I
You
might
coached
add.
Thank you. It was definitely a bucket list thing that I will never want to do ever again.
Sing the American national
It
anthem.
was odd because after I remember the moment right before I stepped up, my mind went blank. Like
Hmm.
I cannot even tell you. Like I actually for a maybe half minute, my mind went blank, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't even remember the lyrics." And then after I got done singing, by the way, it's even weirder because I am trying not to stare deadpan at the camera that this guy has in front of me for like the cinematic purposes of going back
Yeah,
and forth, editing
yeah.
back and forth. And then when I got done singing, and like, there's like maybe half stadium, so 2,000 people applauding, which is really nice. I get up and I see like these like military veterans, like with their hats on, like just kind of like tip their cap to me. People who are like working the vending stations, like beer and stuff, for like we're complimenting. It was a cool experience, but I would not do it again.
No,
Definitely one time. So
the old one and done. Yeah,
the
so
old one and done.
I've actually never been to Fluor Field apart from walking by it. I don't spend a lot of time in the West End as much as I should because there's a lot of cool stuff down there. But that would be my positive review of the Fluor Field is that it's over in West Greenville. West Greenville, pretty dope from all the stuff that's over there. I get over to the Warehouse Theater a good bit and get over to Smiley's Acoustic Cafe. Those are down on the West End. Not Fluor Field itself, but definitely Perks.
Yeah, if
Uh,
you're listening to this and you've never been to Greenville, South Carolina, and during the spring and summer, you have a great opportunity that you can park somewhere on the street for free most days that will have an
mhm.
event and weekends, and you can just walk to the stadium. And after you leave, you can go to like Gather Greenville. You can check out the shops and the eatery in the West End. I mean, you have a ton of hotels right in that vicinity area. Max Speed Shop. There's Purple Sushi right there. There's like an there's a VR arcade right across the street as
There's
well.
gonna be a new brewery at the Cigar Warehouse.
Go on.
That's all I know because they shut down that venue as a venue to open up like a brewery restaurant
Hmm.
thing, and
Yeah,
it's
there's a
disappointing. But I mean, to lose that cool venue, but there's going to be a new brewery, so I guess that's fun.
yeah. It's just
Greenville
there's
doesn't have a lot of breweries.
lot of great stuff, and I don't understand why people be like, "Oh, I had to walk," or "I didn't have my pocket knife." That's your prerogative. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Check it out. It's a great time. It's a great stable of Greenville, South Carolina. Check out more episodes, past episodes of one-star reviews. We crossed over the 100 threshold just recently. We've had over 20 something
Congratulations.
thousand downloads in the 2.5 years. It's thanks to people listening to you right now. It's thanks to my co-host Dustin Bays, and other guests that we've had. What if I had a guest ghost?
That would be dope. And I don't know.
How do you
There would be a
microphone a
lot of
guest
people.
ghost? How do you
Well,
prep the audio for a guest ghost?
I mean, there's probably a couple people in your life that would know how to do that.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got anything? You got anything upcoming that you're performing or prepping for? You want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, if you are in Greenville, South Carolina, check out Alchemy Comedy Theater performing with a team called Monarch, and we're a monoscene team. That's been a lot of fun. And then, as always, I got to plug the um, Simple Civics Greenville. Check out if you are angry and want something healthily to do with that emotion. Get involved in your local community and bring about the change that you so desperately crave. And if you don't, then I don't know, do something else.
Do something else.
Do
Check
something
that out.
else. Hey, if it makes you mad, just go do something else, guys. It's that easy.
Or leave a 1-star review so we have more material for future episodes.
Oh, speaking of 1-star reviews, hold
Mhm.
on. I got one to close it out.
Go.
This is from our very own Larry Simonson 5 years ago at Fluor Field. Watched a game. Oh, here we go. We got me. Watched a game. Very boring and confusing. Wasn't even a touchdown zone.
Scumbag Larry, folks.
Scumbag Larry back at it.